Welcome to Giant Redwood, the home of raw power, precision, and the most incredible machines in action. From roaring chainsaws to towering harvesters, every moment is built to impress. Buckle up, it's going to be loud, powerful, and unforgettable. Hey everyone, welcome back to Giant Redwood. Hope you're all having a great day. Before we jump into today's lineup of incredible machines, let me know in the comments how you've been doing and where you're watching from. I love hearing your stories. And as you watch, tell me which scene or machine grabs your attention the most. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you never miss any of our powerful action-packed videos. With the pull of the starter cord, the steel chainsaw roars to life, its engine settling into a steady, powerful hum. The chain begins to spin at incredible speed, teeth glinting as they prepare to bite into solid timber. The operator steadies their stance, guiding the bar toward a thick log lying across the forest floor. As the chain meets the wood, the sound deepens, a rich, growling buzz that sends a fine spray of sawdust into the air. Each cut is clean and precise, the saw gliding through dense grain without hesitation. The operator works methodically, shifting from one section to the next, shaping each log to size with practiced efficiency. Every pass showcases the balance of raw power and refined control that makes the steel chainsaw a trusted tool in the hands of professionals worldwide. Out on the logging site, the massive truck waits, its heavy-duty frame built to handle extreme loads. The crane operator swings into action, carefully hoisting freshly cut logs and lowering them onto the trailer bed. Each piece is positioned with precision, ensuring the load is balanced for the long journey ahead. The sound of chains clinking fills the air as the driver secures the timber with thick steel binders, locking everything tightly into place. Once the last strap is tightened, the engine rumbles to life, sending a low vibration through the ground. The truck pulls away slowly, navigating the narrow dirt roads that run through the forest, its tires kicking up a trail of dust. As it reaches open ground, the driver shifts gears, and the rig picks up speed, hauling tons of raw timber toward the mill. Every mile covered brings the logs one step closer to becoming beams, boards, and planks, the backbone of future construction. This is more than transport, it's the vital link between the forest and the industry that builds our world. The bark peeling line roars to life, each section of the system working in perfect sync. Fresh logs roll in on the conveyor, their rough, bark-covered surfaces ready for processing. Heavy-duty feed rollers pull them forward into the debarking chamber, where spinning cutter heads and grinding wheels strip away the outer layer in seconds. Bark falls onto a separate belt, bound for mulch production or biomass fuel, while the clean, hale wood continues down the line. Operators monitor every stage from a control panel, adjusting speed and pressure to match the log size and species. The process is fast but gentle, preserving the integrity of the wood for milling. In less than a minute, a rough forest log is transformed into a smooth, ready-to-cut beam, proof of how modern technology streamlines one of the oldest steps in woodworking. The water-powered hydraulic sawmill springs into action, its massive blade driven not by electricity or diesel, but by the steady force of a molten string. Clear, rushing water spins the turbine, converting natural energy into powerful hydraulic pressure. This pressure feeds the saw's mechanisms, moving the heavy carriage and guiding the log smoothly into the blade. Each cut is clean and steady, the rhythm set by the constant flow of water. The operator works with precision, adjusting feed speed and angle, all while the stream outside keeps the system alive. It's a blend of old-world ingenuity and modern engineering, turning the raw strength of nature into finely crafted timber, without a single drop of fuel burn. From the first spark inside the coal-fired furnace, the heart of the sawmill begins to awaken. The fire grows hotter, feeding on solid black lumps until the boiler's water roars into steam. Pipes shudder as the pressure climbs, ready to drive the great pistons that power the saw's massive frame. Thick logs arrive one by one, each guided carefully onto the carriage. The operator, with years of experience etched into his steady hands, adjusts the controls. Steam hisses through valves, pistons push and pull, and the blade begins to turn, a gleaming circle of steel slicing cleanly through solid timber. The sound is deep and resonant, each cut sending curls of fresh sawdust spilling to the floor. The rhythm is constant: feed, cut, slide, repeat. Assistants clear the offcuts, stack the boards, and ready the next log. The air smells of warm resin and burnt coal, a blend of nature and industry. Between cuts, the fireman shovels more coal into the furnace, keeping the pressure steady. Steam whistles softly from safety valves, a reminder of the raw power at work. This is old-world engineering at its finest, a marriage of heat, water, and steel that turns raw logs into perfectly milled lumber. Hours pass, but the pace never slows. Every plank is straight, smooth, and true, ready to become part of something greater at home, a table, a masterpiece. Here, in this coal-powered sawmill, tradition and craftsmanship remain alive, proving that sometimes the old ways still hold unmatched power. The steam engine hums with steady strength, its flywheel turning in smooth, measured arcs. Each rotation drives the saw's massive blade with unwavering precision, slicing through thick hardwood as if it were soft pine. The rhythm of the mill becomes almost hypnotic, a blend of mechanical power and human skill working in perfect harmony. Operators move with purpose. One guides the log forward, another monitors the blade's alignment, and a third stacks the freshly cut boards into neat piles. Sawdust drips through the air in golden clouds, settling on clothes, hair, and the warm planks waiting to cool. It's hard work, but the kind that fills you with pride at the end of the day. In the corner, the fireman tends the furnace like a guardian, feeding it just enough coal to keep the pressure right in the boiler. The hiss of steam and the occasional clang of the stoker's shovel punctuate the steady hum of production. Outside, carts wait to be loaded with lumber bound for workshops, homes, and construction sites far beyond the mill's yard. By the time the sun begins to lower, the sawmill floor is stacked high with timber, each piece a product of hours of constant effort and the enduring force of coal-powered engineering. This is not just a process, it's a craft handed down through generations, where every sound, every motion, and every wisp of steam tells the story of wood transformed by fire and steel. The mill's momentum carries on into the evening, each cut echoing like a heartbeat in the quiet valleys beyond. Workers, sleeves rolled and faces lined with a mix of sweat and sawdust, keep the pace steady. The big blade glints under the lantern light, steam curling from the exhaust stack into the cooling night air. Logs keep coming, some thick with age rings, others freshly felled, each one guided onto the carriage with practiced ease. The scent of resin and coal smoke blends into something distinct, something that feels like history itself. Every board that slides off the table is smooth, true, and ready for a second life in someone's hands. Near the boiler, the fireman's silhouette moves in the glow of the open furnace door. He works by instinct, knowing just when to throw another shovel of coal to keep the pressure needle in the sweet spot. Without him, the heartbeat of the saw would slow, and the night's work would falter. By the time the last log is cut and stacked, the men move slower but with the quiet satisfaction of a day's labor well done. The machines wind down, the hiss of steam softens, and the glow from the firebox fades to embers. In the stillness, the stacks of fresh-cut timber stand as proof of what coal, steel, and human grit can accomplish together. The next morning starts before the sun, a faint glow creeping over the ridges as the mill crew returns. Frost still clings to the ground, crunching under boots, and the cold air makes the steam rising from the boiler look thicker, almost like clouds drifting low. The fireman's already at it, coaxing the flames alive, the smell of coal and hot iron filling the yard. Logs arrive in fresh stacks, hauled in by wagons and trucks from deep in the hills. Some are slick with dew, others still damp from the river. The crane swings them into place with slow, deliberate movements, each drop landing with a solid thud on the deck. Inside, the saw's teeth are freshly sharpened, gleaming in the light that slips through the high windows. As the first cut of the day bites into a log, the familiar roar fills the building. Sawdust swirls in golden beams of light, the floor vibrating under the steady rhythm of the carriage. Every pass is precise. The men have been doing this so long, they hardly need to speak, each one reading the other's movements like a second language. By midday, the piles of finished boards grow higher, each one smooth, straight, and ready for the next stage of its journey. The work is loud, relentless, but it has a certain music to it, the hum of the blade, the thump of logs, the hiss of steam, all blending into the heartbeat of a trade that's as old as the timber itself. Red embers still flicker inside the furnace, maintaining a steady heat that keeps the steam engine running. The flywheel spins smoothly, transferring power through a large belt to drive the saw blade in its precise up and down motion. The craftsman stays focused, adjusting speed and pressure so each wooden plank comes out even and smooth. The sound of the blade mixes with the hiss of escaping steam, creating the familiar rhythm of an old-fashioned workshop. It's the perfect blend of skilled craftsmanship and the enduring power of classic technology, producing work that's both high quality and rich with the charm of time. Out in the open worksite, the PTH 900 takes its place first, a powerful, compact crusher designed for precision and mobility. Its drum spins with relentless force, breaking down rocks, concrete, and heavy debris into manageable sizes. The feed system pulls material in steadily, with operators adjusting the flow to keep performance at peak without overloading the machine. Every rotation of the drum means another layer reduced, another pile transformed from waste into reusable aggregate. The sound is deep and steady, a clear sign of controlled power doing its job right. Switching over to the PTH 1400 to 1000, the scale changes instantly. This is the heavyweight, built for large-scale, continuous operations. Its wide opening and massive crushing chamber handle bulk loads with ease, whether it's boulders, reinforced concrete, or dense asphalt. Hydraulic pressure drives the hardened steel teeth deep into the material, splitting and grinding with precision that matches its brute strength. You can see the efficiency in every pass, larger chunks entering, fine, uniform product coming out. Together, these two machines complement each other perfectly, the PTH 900 for agile, targeted work, and the PTH 1400 to 1000 for heavy-duty, high-volume crushing. On a job site, they keep production moving fast, turning raw, unmanageable material into ready-to-use resources without slowing down.